Good day, everyone, and welcome back to another Voice AMA with AVAX Daily. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm your host, Daily. Today's AMA is about Bahama Land NFTs. Now, the Bahama Land NFT is a unique collection of Caribbean-inspired NFTs, and each NFT allows its holder to participate in giveaways, including merchandises, notes, and paid trips to the Bahamas. That's right. And together with Bahama Land NFTs, I have Mr. Dragon Ball Trader and Carrie Campfire with me. Okay, that are going to walk us through what Bahama Land NFTs is all about. So, please give us an overview of your project and what encourages you to build such a project.
So daily, so what we have is, like you said, is a unique collection of Caribbean inspired NFTs. A lot of our NFTs draws inspiration specifically from the islands of the Bahamas. So we have about 7,700 of these. And the reason why you keep seeing that number pop up is because we have 700 islands and keys in the Bahamas. So each one of these NFTs, they're hosted on the AVAX blockchain, and when you look at them, they have some unique features like the pink sand beaches, the swimming pigs, the sunsets, even the local beachwear. You could see it all being depicted into these NFTs, and that's just because
Exactly.
it's home to us. This is what we see every day. It's beautiful, and we wanted to share that beauty with your community, you guys who are on the other side of the world who may not be as familiar with the beautiful islands of the Bahamas. So even with that being said, it's one thing to have beauty and not have anything that goes along with your, with your NFT. So we've packed incredible utility into these NFTs. Now, holding one of these NFTs, it allows our community to be able to partake in giveaways, including paid trips to the Bahamas. We want to be able to share this beautiful place that we come from without selling out the land, the physical land of our home. We want to be able to invite you guys to come on and partake in authentic Bahamian experiences.
Right.
And
So
you
we
and
we
for the
realized that that a lot of people have traveled to the Bahamas. From the time we were young, we've seen so many tourists come, and the only complaint that we've ever gotten was, "I don't want to be stuck in the tourist trap. I enjoyed myself, but the next time I come, I want to see the real Bahamas." So Karen, that's why we decided to do something that would help us to show the real Bahamas, and you get to hang with us, the real Bahamians, as opposed to the people who you literally just tried to vacation from.
right, exactly. And we've also included some utility into the project for persons who might not be as adventurous and want to travel to a tropical island. We have on blockchain rewards and prizes, if you want to call them that, prizes for those who want to stay at home and just make use of the project as well.
And be
Merchandise gift.
boring.
Yeah, and to be boring. If they don't want to
I'm
travel
just
out,
playing. I'm just
visit
joking.
the sun and have fun and mingle with the locals. We have merchandise giveaways, other Web3 related prizes, airdrops, node, dispersion of nodes, and so many good prizes that you guys can have from just holding some of these NFTs. So that's a brief overview of what we're looking to accomplish with the Bahama Land NFTs.
Wow, absolutely. Well, about the trip to the Bahamas, though, are you guys going to give it away to all 7,700 people holding this NFT? Because that's kind of easy to say. Like,
I
just
wish, man, I wish.
oh,
I
really?
wish
I
we
So
could.
there's going
But
to be like a
what's
random thing.
Yeah, basically. But what the funny thing about it is, we are looking later on, of course, to incorporate an actual island getaway, or where we have a community set up for people in the community, our community, to be able to travel there and have access to it. So all our NFT holders would have access. Of course, it's by appointment, by availability, but they would have access to this future community that we plan to build. So we look forward to that. We've always been people, people who love visitors to our country, and we really hope that you guys are going to see the passion that we have about this project and how much we want to see you guys there.
Oh, yeah. I mean, thank you for your hospitality. I mean, well, for me, I don't think, well, me personally, I don't want people to come into my space and ruin it with their trash. But, you know, mm, if you guys want it, so, I have nothing else to say. Uh,
Uh,
because some place, some countries, they live on the tourism business, and yeah, it's
right,
understandable. And
right,
lovely. The idea is nice. You even think about the people who are kind of an introvert. They don't like to travel, to hang out. So you can give
right.
them with the merchandise, right? The Web3 related prices. I love that. So one thing, what makes your project different from other NFT projects? You also want to take this one, Kerry?
Well,
I spoke so much. I'm gonna pass this one off to Dragon Ball Trader.
Perfect. Dragon
so
Ball. I would love to hear more
actually,
from you.
several things. Our value proposition, which is the fact that again, you get to vacation. You get to vacation with in a place that's totally different from where you come from. I guess I would think, and the fact that we are so dedicated to sustainability. There are other projects out there who provide, or rather attempt to provide, giveaways every week and every few days, and it's just totally unsustainable. There's just no way to do it. So what we plan to do is give trips, provide trips monthly, which would provide better sustainability and is more realistic. Our trip winners will get a chance to come to the Bahamas without, like we said earlier, without the tourist trap or feeling stuck or being forced to buy things that they don't necessarily want to buy. Um, you have the option again to hang with the natives as opposed to staying around the tourists and the other people who you literally just tried to get away from.
Can
Um,
can I also add something to the sustainability point
Yeah, yeah.
that you
Perfect.
just mentioned?
Go ahead.
So what I also think makes us very different is that sustainability, and I want to put a big emphasis on that. You know, a good question that you mentioned was are all 7,700 persons coming down into the Bahamas on this NFT project. And we love to have everybody come down, but with sustainability in mind, we wanted to start at a sustainable model of one person per month, and then work our way up to being able to include more persons from the community who could come down and partake. So
precisely.
it's always about gradually increasing, or gradually moving forward without trying to break the project right at the
Right.
beginning and
As
promising,
opposed
you know, yeah, to making
as
promises
opposed to
that you
giving
can.
so much in the beginning and cutting later on, which I hate when node projects say, "Oh, we're gonna cut the rewards in 6 months," and I'm like, but I'm already used to these rewards. So that's
Exactly.
Exactly, exactly, absolutely. I love that. Yeah, and because every project, everything it needs revenue, right? The revenue stream. So right now the
exactly
Bahama NFT land NFTs, I'm sorry, is still very infant, right? You are early in your development, so you need that revenue stream coming so you can give away more to people, and that gradual, I would say, increase in the reward is going to make people more interested, and later in the future they will see the value of holding the NFTs. And do you want to talk about the prices of the NFT? Yeah, because it's surprisingly nice, I would say, in comparison to a trip to the Bahamas in the future. So do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, yeah. So let me just add something to that point really quickly. So what we had in mind is we wanted to make this community accessible to everybody, or to mostly everybody from the very beginning. We realize how important community is, and to actually try to grow with your community rather than trying to price them out at the very beginning. So that's what we had in mind, especially with having 7,700 of these actual NFTs. We want 7,700 holders rather than a few, big whales just holding up on all of the rewards and, making
Right.
use of the trips. We want everybody to be able to experience the Bahamas in some aspect. So that's why we wanted to go ahead with the rate that we had, 1.5 AVAX, just to make it accessible to everybody.
Right. Right.
And 1.5 AVAX is not a big deal. It's around with 86 right now, so it's like $140, 120, yeah, something like that.
Very close.
Maybe,
Yeah.
yeah,
Roughly.
very close. And in comparison to all the things that the Bahama Land NFT offer in the future, I think it's a great deal. It's a great deal. And
Thank you.
another thing that you were talking about, you don't want the whales just to accumulate all the NFTs and take all of the rewards. But the thing is, I read in your white paper, and I think you guys are saying that the more NFTs you hold, the greater your chances will have to win the prizes, right? So, how many NFTs that I can hold personally in maximum?
Yeah, so when you're on mint day, you're able to mint 3 per transaction.
Right.
But yeah, you're able to mint 3 per transaction just to allow for the fairest amount of distribution. But you guys can go ahead after you mint those three. You guys have the ability to mint as many as you want, and you definitely will be able to enter into the giveaways as many times
Right.
as NFTs that you hold.
It's
All
kind of like
right.
having like buying 5 lottery tickets. If you have five, you have a greater chance to win, for lack of a better example, I guess.
Yeah, 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 yeah. I can see that. I can see that. So let's talk about partnerships, shall we? So do you have any partnerships right now that you can share with the community?
Woo woo. Okay.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
exciting part.
I am I'm happy if anyone has Google, close Google. SLS Bahama. It is possibly the biggest resort hotel in the Bahamas. Awesome place. They have a world-class stage and concert center set up in there. They also just built a actual, what's that they just built, Carrington? It's like a huge water
It's
park.
a water park.
So,
It's a water
and it's
park
like
called Baha
right
Bay.
on the water. So it's like the back of it is like the nice clear water of the Bahamas, and you get to like come down these big slides, and it's just so beautiful, so awesome, and so much fun.
Whoa. Yeah, I just Googled it. Wow, four-star
So
hotel.
so yep.
Whoosh.
So
Yeah.
clubs, they have the casino in there. So
Wow.
I get the feeling it's gonna be hard for us to drag some of our visitors out to actually go see the real Bahamas once they get to the Bahamas. So we inked a deal with them today to give us like considerable discounts on rooms, as well as that very water park that I just spoke of. So you'd have day trips to that, free day trips. So that is in itself is quite awesome, and it's amazing that they decided to work with us. But to be quite honest, it's based on our marketing company and the fact that they are actually a client of ours. So these past and present relationships is what's helping us to get these partnerships.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the trend of traveling and stay and tourism now is just people who want to relax and they want to stay at luxurious resorts, hotels. So having that additional four-star hotel in the team is big, is huge. Me personally, I
Right,
want all the true beauty of the Bahama, but also after
right.
that beauty, I also want to have uh, relaxation time. In the four-star
Exactly. Why not have both?
water park. Yeah, why
You
not
can
have both?
have both. It's a mixed bag.
Dude, I love it. I love it. I love it. So let's talk about the giveaway that you guys are doing, shall we? So how do you win a giveaway with the NFC Bahama?
So all you have to do is simply you can mint a Bahama Land NFT, and your NFT automatically gets drawn into a random selection. So all you have to do is just hold one of these NFTs, and you're entered to win.
Really? That's
Easy as
simple?
that. It's simple as that.
It's
Yep.
that simple. It's that
Oh
simple.
man. All right. Everything will be transparent and the community can check on it, right? Everything?
Yeah. Yep.
Right.
Hmm.
So
Perfect.
let me also add something to that. So even though you'll be able to mint three per transaction, and you can hold as many NFTs as you personally want. Each NFT will end up having some kind of cooldown mechanism, just so that one person doesn't win with that one NFT over and
Right.
over and over.
Every month. Every month. You, that would definitely not be fair to other people who are
Yeah,
waiting
yeah, that
to.
was that is what I was trying to ask also because I don't want want people holding having all the tickets to the Bahamas and then start selling it to other people and that's gonna be bad. So
Yeah. Exactly.
yeah, so the current situation of the world is this, right? COVID is still happening. It's less now, but well, it's not less, but it's not as severe as before. We're having vaccines, and the needs of tourism is increasing. But there's
Uh-huh.
also a war, right, between Russia and Ukraine. It's crazy. World War III is happening. Just kidding.
Right.
But how will the war affect a project like this? Tourism, I don't
Well,
think it's very
firstly,
suitable for war, right?
right. Firstly, let's just say that our thoughts and prayers goes out to the people of Ukraine during this time. I mean, it's very sad. And there's always gonna be war, and hopefully this one will be over soon. But just recently we had I guess the biggest pandemic in so long
In
in years.
history,
And, and I wouldn't say history, but so long. And tourism during 2020 dipped considerably, but the minute people were able to travel, we saw what happened. I mean, tourism surged. I mean, it surged in late 2020 and early 2021 and still continues to grow. So I feel people are so resilient. People are very resilient. And the Bahamas is a tourist hub, is what, 30 minutes off of Miami from Miami by plane.
correct.
And I think that we'll be fine. I see that we've always managed to recover through adversity, and I'm very thankful to that fact.
Like, have you considered the chance that this war is going to keep happening and then it leads to a bigger war and then what happened then with the project? Are you still, developing and still giving out, trips, or is there going to be like a replacement incentives instead of the
So
trips you
Oh,
you
get something?
go ahead, Karen.
So
Yeah, go.
that's definitely why at the start of the project we figured we needed to incentivize both parties, those who would want to make use of a trip to a tropical island like the Bahamas, and those who might not necessarily want to come down to the Bahamas. So we'll
Right.
be able to, to switch over from distribution of the trips if something like that is unavailable because of the COVID-19 pandemic or wars or
Some
anything like that,
emergency or something. Yeah.
right? Some emergency that doesn't allow for travel. We'll be able to switch over to the web through related prices. And we're not even opposed to taking it to a vote like, hey, what are you guys interested in? What would you guys like to be rewarded in these days and times?
Right.
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love it. That is good. Having a DAO, to vote on the incentives they want to receive. That's nice. So why don't we talk about your tokens, right? Tokenomics, your shell token. Do you have any tokenomics that we can get into besides the NFTs, of course?
Yeah, so we can briefly mention what we have in store for the shell token. But besides that, I want to start you guys from, we'll just talk a little about the actual tokenomics of the NFT and why we wanted to implement the shell token. So of course there's 7,700 of these NFTs. 207 of them are whitelisted just so we could go ahead and reward early adopters and persons who believe in the community from the very start. We also spoke about being able to put some kind of um, stipulations in place so one person doesn't mint up all of these NFTs because we're making them so affordable at the beginning. Trying
Right.
to implement some things in place like 3 mints per transaction, for example. But what we wanted to do with the shell token is we wanted to pivot from just being solely relied upon giving away trips like we mentioned at the beginning. We want everybody to have some kind of benefit from holding these NFTs. And we figured, hey, we could do that through implementing staking and rewards. And what we're actually doing with the shell token is we're going to implement some kind of utility where possibly in the future, as we continue to move this project further and we build out communities in the Bahamas that you guys can also take part of, the shell token could possibly be spendable in
Like a
these
currency,
communities.
basically.
Right, it could possibly be spendable as a currency here in the Bahamas. Who knows? We may even start to move the project into the metaverse where that currency could also be spendable in the metaverse for those who might not want to come down to the actual physical community. We want a community for both parties, those who want to stay at home and those who want to come out to the islands.
Precisely.
I would love to see, the shelter code being used in the Bahamas. It's great news for us. Yeah, it's
All
nice.
right.
Yeah,
Awesome.
So,
yeah, the Bahamas is becoming such a crypto friendly place right now. I could see the government actually wanted to accept it
Implement
for
that.
the first.
really?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's really progressive here.
Oh, no,
We have companies like
yeah,
FTX coming down and setting up shop, so
Delta.
we could definitely see the shell being implemented here.
dude, that's nice. That's nice. I love it. So, right. So, before we close with the first segment AMA with the host, I have one last question for you guys. Are there any exciting news or any last words you want to tell the community about? Any closing remarks, perhaps?
Yeah, definitely. So I know Dragon had a few questions that he wanted to give out to your community because we had $100 in prizes just for
Yes,
you
we
guys,
do.
coming out and supporting the project and taking your time to listen to what this project has to offer. So
Now, Daily, this is the question. If I were to ask a few questions, 5 questions at $20 a question, how are you gonna know? Do you have a chat room for you to see who answers the question first? Because that's who wins.
Well, I thought at first we're gonna direct people to your Discord, to your community, and then you can ask your
Okay,
questions there.
awesome,
I thought
awesome.
that,
That's
that was
even
what we're
better.
gonna do, right? So
Awesome. I like
let me
that.
announce it
that's
real
even
quick.
better.
Really? All right. So let me announce it real quick. And yeah, everybody, please, if anyone is interested in the Bahama Land NFTs and also in the $100 in price, go ahead and check out their Discord. I will put their Discord link right here. Wait a minute. All right. Here, join their Discord. All right. So let's head to their Discord, right? And later after this AMA, hopefully the team will ask you guys a few questions about the project or about anything. I don't know. So yeah, you guys can answer those questions, and they will select the winners. Right? So that is that easy. It's just like the mini games that we are playing regularly. So it's just that easy. All right.
Awesome. I
Okay.
like the way you
So
think, Daily.
yeah, so let's do it after the AMA, so you guys can collect their wallets and everything, and then just send me later. All right, I will distribute the price. That's gonna be our job, right?
Awesome.
Exactly.
All right, so let's head to the second segment, which is going to be the live questions from the audience. Now, Dragon Ball and Carrie, the audience is going to post their questions in the chat. So please select 5 questions that you want to answer, and then just copy and paste it, or just reply it and answer it in the chat, and then I will reward them with the prize. That is one of the ways that we do the live questions, or if you want, we can also open the voice chat for the people to ask their questions live in here. Which one do you want? We can do both. Do you want people
Hmm.
to open their mic and ask their questions, or do you want them to write their questions down in the chat and you can choose whatever you want?
I kind
So
of
I see a.
I go ahead.
Go ahead, Dragon.
I
I,
I know one thing. It would definitely be easier for me to look at the to read it and answer it. But if you feel comfortable with them opening the mic, then we can do that as well. Whichever one you decide, Daily.
Oh, perfect. So let's. I see because I have a few people. I can see a few people. They want to ask a question immediately. They are interested in a project. So why don't we just go ahead and choose the second option, which is I'm going to open their mic and they will ask their questions live. Shall we?
Okay, go ahead.
Perfect. So anyone, please, everyone, if you have any questions for the Bahama Land NFTs project, go ahead and request to speak, and I will pick you maybe, and maybe the guys will pick you to ask your questions. So please, Carry Campfire and Dragon Ball Trader, if you want to do the honor, just go ahead and pick one person first, and then maybe I will follow.
I see here. I am
okay.
interested in this. What is that? I think it's Lionel Messi.
These
I
are a
am
lot of
interested.
hands.
Lionel Messi. Okay, I see you. All right.
Okay, so I'm interested in your project. When and where can I buy your tokens?
Hello,
I
Messi.
am already listed exchanges.
Can you
Is
hear us,
Messi there?
Lionel
Was that
Messi?
the question? Is she on?
No, I don't think he's on right now. I just unmuted him, but then okay. So maybe his question is this: I am interested to invest in your project. When and where can I buy your tokens? And is it already listed on exchanges? So I think that is gonna be his questions. Do you guys want to answer this right
Hello,
away?
hello guys, are you
Yes.
Oh,
here?
Is that him? Is that him?
yeah, yeah, it's Lionel Messi. Hey, man.
Hey, Messi.
Hello, hello. Thanks
Hi.
for giving me chance.
All right. Do you
My
have
que-
any questions for the guys and for the
mm,
Bahama Land NFTs project?
yeah. I have a question. My question is, I am interested to invest in your project. So when and where can I buy your token? Is it already listed at exchanges?
So I'll give you the answer to the when and where. So this project, it has not minted as yet. This project is not minted as yet. We are planning to actually launch on NFT trades, and we're aiming for early to mid April. So you guys are very, very early.
Very early, which
But
is a great
definitely,
thing.
definitely hop into our Discord. We make all of our announcements right there in the announcement channel. We're sure to tag everybody so you're up to date on what we're doing, where we're doing it, when we're doing it.
Man, we're doing it.
Oh yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Right. Thank you,
Awesome.
Lionel, for your question.
Thanks for your question.
All right. So let's pick another one. Which one do you want? Ooh, a lot of hands raising up.
I see that.
Carrie, pick one. It's your turn.
I'll choose this guy with the Luffy photo.
With a Luffy photo, an
What's the
anime
name?
fan, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah, I
Oh
like
wait,
that
Luffy
photo.
photo. Wait a minute, I'm still. Oh, Crystal Victory. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Hello, man.
Hello.
Hey, hey, man.
Okay. I want to ask a question. In this situation, the random sims are becoming a major problem in the crypto space, which needs solving. Investor hard-earned money going down and the drain. So, could please tell me how to prevent whales from manipulating the price and ensuring the price appreciate?
Did
Okay.
you guys
I
catch
can't.
his?
I can't.
I think
I
I
can't really hear him.
I think I have a gist of what he's getting at.
Oh,
So
really? All right. So let's go ahead.
yeah, I think I do. So the
All right.
best that I think that we'll be able to do with helping the price to be able to appreciate Of course, you're not able to control all market conditions, but the best you can do is
Right.
work on the project, give it as much utility and as much value as you possibly can. Um, Implementing this value so persons don't want to just dump the NFTs at every possible chance that they get. We want to make it so valuable that persons want to hold on to this NFT. We want to build a
Exactly.
story and the lore of the project. So you not just buy the NFT, but you buy into the actual story. You buy into the creators. You buy into the vision of the actual project. When a lot of these projects just pop up and they don't have a story or direction or utility for that matter, persons just hop in and it's all about the price. I'm sure everybody wants to make money on the NFT, but hopefully we could get the community to be to understand that the vision of the actual project,
Yeah,
which
and
is to
then the thing
innovate
is,
tourism in the Caribbean.
and backing the project with actual real world assets, off chain assets, so that if the market is always going to fluctuate, you have something that's actually tangible as a hedge for it.
Right?
I
And making
absolutely
those
agree.
real world relationships. Oh, sorry, Daily.
Oh, no, no, just go ahead. Just go ahead.
And as well as making those real world relationships and real world partnerships that'll allow you to access venues or access experiences that you would not be able to have access to without the NFTs. So that's what we're going to put in place, or that's what we endeavor to put in place to make sure that the NFTs could try to hold their value and even appreciate in value over time, because they're starting at such a awesome price, in my opinion, at the very beginning,
Right.
that we think it has a ton of upside.
Perfect answer. I love that. Yes, have to work on your product, and then just keep on working on it, and people would then eventually see the price going up. I love that. So thank you,
Right.
Christopher Victory, with your question.
Okay, thank
Thank
All
you.
right,
Thank you for your question.
so let's pick three more from the audience, please.
Let's look at, I don't know if this guy named Hervey or Hervey, his hand is still up. I saw he had a question.
Oh,
Nope.
I see.
Okay.
I just studied your project and I see that you have a very good project. I want to know what sets you apart. Oh, he asked him what sets you apart from your competitors.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Got it. I see your
Yeah, I
question.
think
Yeah.
that
In the
may
chat,
have
right?
been when we just started. I think we kind of answered that, but I
Yeah.
guess we can.
If you
We
don't want
kind
to
of
answer
just
any
answered it
questions,
again.
just don't have to.
Yeah, but yeah, I want to do it in case he wasn't here or whatever
Okay,
earlier.
perfect. So let's
So
go ahead.
again, to repeat what we said, the fact that we are hedging our project with real life tangible assets is it's one of the main distinguishing factors from other projects. That's one of the main ones. And the fact that, I mean, when you look at our value proposition, we're from a country that's basically depends on tourism 75%. And not only does it depend on it, it does really well at it. The Bahamas is the richest country, if not one of the very close to the top. It's usually second or first, the richest country in the Caribbean. So there, and if tourism is like 75% of their GDP, they must be doing something right. So I think that this is a great model to basically base your product on, your NFT on.
Right. As well as implementing. I want to speak a little bit about that real world assets part. So I want you guys to understand what comes from that. A lot of projects, we've watched them really heavily depend on revenue from blockchain rewards to support their project or to prop their project. We initially would love to implement some of that, but we don't want to be heavily dependent on
Dependent,
the
yeah.
to be dependent on blockchain revenue to maintain our project, because the markets could be so fickle.
It's
So
just
that's
so
why
volatile.
exactly. So that's why we want to implement some kind of real world assets that can produce revenue, something that is relatively safe, so to speak, something that you know is going to be there in the next 10 or 20 years to support your project. That way we don't have to promise you rewards that we're unable to fulfill in the next 3 years, if you guys get what I'm saying.
All right. All right. Great answer. Great answer. So thank you, Eva Exchange, for the question, and thank you, Dragon Ball and Carrie, for answering. We have
Mhm.
two more questioners, so go ahead and pick two more.
I'm looking. You see anything else?
Not in the
You know,
chat. Maybe we'll just have to bring
yeah.
somebody up.
Yeah. Open the mic.
Let's try. Okay, let's try this guy. I saw he was waiting for a while.
All right. Do you want me
Well,
to open?
Nobody?
Oh, you can. All right.
Yeah,
what's his
you
name?
can open it up.
Hey, can you hear us, Satis? Don't be shy. Come on.
We don't bite.
Yeah.
We're
Well, his dog
super
will,
friendly.
but you know.
Yeah. Hello.
Oh,
Yes. Thank you for the
hey, hey,
opportunity. Yeah. My
How are
question
you,
is,
man?
in your roadmap, you have planned for diversify revenue stream for users. How will this be
Mm.
done by the team, and how can non-crypto users be able to enjoy all these benefits? Thank you.
Ooh, okay, let me speak to that. Okay, so let me speak to how can non-crypto users enjoy these benefits. So
Yep.
as Dragon was saying that the Bahamas GDP is made up 70% of tourism. And right now they're currently, like, if you go on their website, they're currently looking for initiatives that's going to innovate their current tourism model away from these large mega resorts. And they're trying to go towards a more Airbnb centric form of tourism. And this all happened after the COVID-19 pandemic. This forced them to have to innovate.
Right.
So what we had in mind is to implement something that they are already looking for. And at the same time, the thing that they are looking for would be able to make our project more sustainable long term. It's going to provide revenue for the actual project.
Right.
So that's what we had in mind for sustainability, and as well as, let's speak to tourism. We know if tourism gets behind something, the Bahamas tourism, if they get behind a project or they get behind an initiative, they'll go ahead and promote this kind of initiative to their guests. And this might be through print, this might be through television ads, Facebook ads. I mean, the possibilities are endless when you have something like the Bahamas tourism trying to onboard their guests who comes to the Bahamas, like, hey guys, so you want these digital souvenirs, so you could remember your trip for a lifetime.
Yeah.
So that's
The
the way
thing
that
that
we can onboard non-crypto users.
Yeah, the thing about the Bahamas that it's very small. You know, it's if you look at it, it spans from Jamaica or Cuba all the way to the United States, but each island it's they're not too big. So the fact that it's that so small and condensed, you get to know so many people, and the relationships are easier to build. So each one of us knows someone in government. You know, we have family in government. We have, the prime minister of the Bahamas is your cousin's cousin. And it's easier to get
All right.
deals done. It's easier to get deals done
oh
than
wait, hold
let's
on
say
now, hold
working.
on now. We don't want to talk about politics and somewhat related to in this chat. So
Oh, no, 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 no. No. Just saying that to say that the place is so small, and
Right.
the fact
That's
that
just the culture of the
everyone's so
place.
close knit, right? The culture of the place lends itself to being able to make relationships easier. So making these partnerships is much easier for us than say in the United if we were in the United States trying to do the
right,
same thing. Yeah. Yeah,
perfect,
definitely. I
perfect.
definitely don't like politics either. So
Yeah, they can get things done quicker. That's
oh
the key
yes.
takeaway. Yeah, they can get things
Yes.
done. Perfect. Love
Right.
that. So thank you, Satish, for your question. And we have one last lucky questioner. All right. Who wants to do the honor?
Okay, let me choose. I'll choose Tommy. He's been waiting for a while.
Tommy's question is, why are you guys so cool? No, I'm just playing. He's just
Thanks,
playing.
Tommy.
Bahamas, baby.
Yes,
Hey,
Right.
sir.
Tommy!
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir. Tommy,
Hey,
Hello?
Tommy.
Hello, sir. Can
Yeah,
Tommy,
you?
Tommy,
we can
hold
hear
on,
you.
Tommy,
So my
Tommy. I
question
would have
is,
felt so bad.
I see that
Tommy,
you
I would
have
have felt so bad
planned
if we
Wait,
didn't
for
let you
node
choose.
giveaway to NFT holders.
Tommy, Tommy,
How it
Tommy,
will
Tommy.
work?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute, Tommy. Wait a minute. Okay, go ahead, Carrie.
Hello?
No, I was just
Uh-huh.
saying
Go
I
ahead.
would have felt so bad if we let this AMA go and we didn't let him come up. He's been waiting for so long.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I love that. I love that. Always thinking about the people first. I love that. All right, so Tommy, let's go ahead and ask your questions. Sorry for interrupting.
So my question is, I see that you have also planned for node giveaway for NFT holders. How will this work? Can you please tell more about it?
Yeah, so Tommy, let me speak to that for you guys. And I want you guys to realize don't get so hung up on this specific reward, like if it's a node or if it's an airdrop, because these things can be adjusted, these things can be voted upon. If you guys prefer to have a different reward, then we'll
Right.
definitely listen to the community. But for example, here's what we had in mind for something like that. Let's say you wanted a Thor node, if you guys are familiar with that. All we simply do is the person who won the node, we'll just airdrop the tokens to you. If it's 10 tokens for the node, we'll just airdrop those 10 Thor rewards or those 10 Thor tokens, and you guys can build the nodes yourself.
Right. Right.
All right, does that answer your question, Tommy? But I think I think that answers his question.
He may have,
Okay,
yeah, he
awesome.
may have asked and hung up.
All right. So thank you, Tommy, for your question, and that is going to be our last live questions from this AMA. Thank you all for tuning in, and especially thank you, Carrie, Campfire, and Dragon Ball Trader for being here. You guys are amazing.
Thank
So, are there
you.
any last words you wanna, talk or tell to the
Daily,
audience?
yeah, can I say this?
Well,
I see we have so many persons who still have their hands up who want to, ask this question. You guys can feel free to access any questions you have in our Discord, and we'll just get back to you right over there, okay? We don't want you
Yeah,
guys to feel unheard.
perfect, perfect. I love that.
definitely not. And
So
Daily,
definitely
thanks
check out
so,
the
so
Discord.
much for having us. Thanks
Well,
so
thank you
much for
all
having
for
us.
being here. Thank you so much. Oh, our pleasure. So check out their Discord. They are about to have their $100 giveaway, and if you win, well, congratulations. And just check out their Twitter, everything, their socials. Their project is amazing. The Bahama Land NFTs. Thank you all for being here, and this has been the AMA with Bahama Land NFTs. I'm Daily, and I'll see you in our next AMA. All right. Have a good day, everyone.